Boruto Tubular Vortex Chapter 26 shows why Mamushi's going after Eida. He's not going after her because he's in love with her. He's not going after her because he cares about her. He's not going after her because he's infatuated with her. He's going after her because of her superior genetic information. He's going after her because her genetics are something that he's interested in. It's something that he thinks is going to make them stronger. And by them, I mean him and the other Shinju. And in doing that, he'll be able to learn maybe a little bit more about love. Maybe love for himself, maybe love for his own strength, maybe love for somebody else's genetics or somebody else, what they can provide or can give to him, you know what I mean? And this actually does make a lot of sense. I think that maybe what he's actually targeting isn't really Eida, but her Shibai cells. And the difference between her and everybody else is her own shinjutsus or abilities and genetics are different than that of daemons, of codes, of Kashin Koji, of everybody else that's like involved with Kara who got a shinjutsu. Eida is you could say she's the dominant one because she has the better abilities, I guess. She can't get hurt, you know what I mean? And she charms everybody around her, and she can kind of see into the past and into the present. Like, her abilities are a lot more valuable to the Shinju than maybe the reflectability. Now, the reflectability is OP, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, it's powerful, but being able to like see where everything is and what has happened before you in your life, like, you know, I think that's well, Eida can't see past the point where she was born and whatnot, but you know what I mean. I guess it's kind of like having that ability is worth more to them than anything else. But we don't know what happens when they devour Shibai cells, or like how that all ends up playing out. So do they gain the abilities? I'm going to assume that if Mamushi does devour Eida, if she does get devoured, then Mamushi gains her Senragon and he gains her Omnipotence ability. Now, it's not going to be exactly the same as hers. It's going to be each to their own individual wish or their own individual wants, you know what I mean? And the same way that Eida wanted to be loved by everybody, or, you know, she wanted to captivate everybody, then that was her wish. Everybody became captivated by her, except for Otsutsukis or those with karma, you know? So, with all of that, Mamushi's going after her, and I have to say that it leaves things kind of really interesting to understand, like, oh, if he goes after Shibai cells, or if anybody with Shibai cells kind of gets devoured, like if Kashin Koji gets devoured, right? Like, what kind of boost would that give the Shinjus? It would give them a huge boost, a huge advantage. And it's also like Otsutsuki cells, but it's not a 100% Otsutsuki, it's just their genetic makeup, it's their genetic material, you know what I mean? So it's interesting to see, and I wonder how it's all going to play out. I doubt we see Eida get devoured, but if she were, you know, what kind of changes would that make for everybody? So, leave that up in the air right now. I'm really curious as to like how this is going to progress forward, or like seeing how Kashin Koji and the others react to it and respond to it, and what the potential risks are. Or the worst case scenario is obviously Eida gets devoured, but like how does it boost up the Shinju? How does it boost them up? So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Mamushi devouring Eida could be like really interesting to see, or do you think it's like they're going to prevent it at all costs? Like, you know, obviously it's interesting, but they can't let it happen because it would just change so much of the story. But I think that might be a way for them to bring Shibai Otsutsuki into the fold just a little bit, you know? We'll have to wait and see, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah,